Meantime, we want to bring in Eylon Levy, the former Israeli government spokesman, here on Fox and Friends Weekend. I must say, I think I speak for just about everyone around the globe when I say our hearts break for the families who have been impacted by this circumstance, and more broadly, for a country that is clearly seething with anger on the one hand and yet relieved on the other. Can you sort of walk us through how your nation is feeling today?
Yeah, I wish everyone in the world felt the same way. Unfortunately, we are after a year of people tearing down hostage posters and openly protesting for the people who took the Bibas family hostage. Israelis are today feeling a mix of relief and shock and anger. Relief that we're getting live hostages out. We've got 5 out today. But shock and horror at what happened to the Bibas family. We know that Hamas abducted this family on October 7th. We know that the children were brutally murdered. Hamas claimed they were killed in an airstrike. It made that up. The terrorists murdered those 2 little children with their bare hands, and then they mutilated the bodies to try to create a cover story. We know that they released those children in special coffins with a low handle so they would be held at foot level, with mislabels, so they were labeled as each other, and then they sent back a body that was not their mother, but some random unidentified corpse. We knew that Hamas was evil. We didn't know what evil really is.
Can I just ask on a personal level, how do you not walk out of your door every day just seething with anger? When you see stories like this, it has really shaken, I think, the world when you hear what happened to these little babies.
We do wake up every day seething with anger, but also determination, because rage alone doesn't help anyone. We need to get the hostages out. We know there are still 63 hostages trapped in the dungeons of Gaza. Around half of them are probably alive, and there is no time left to get them out. The evidence coming out of captivity is shocking. Hostages being tortured, starved, held in shackles. We know of one hostage abducted from a music festival who still has shrapnel in his eye from over 500 days ago, and he is probably going blind in captivity. So Israelis are furious, but determined to get the hostages out, but also determined that this war has to end with the end of the Hamas terror regime. Hamas is threatening to do October 7th again and again. We understand there is no such thing as a permanent ceasefire with a terror regime that would send the wrong body just to taunt the families after executing children. This war has to end with all the hostages home and Hamas out.
A powerful perspective from Eylon Levy with us this morning on Fox and Friends Weekend. I think, again, I speak for millions around the world when I say our hearts are with you, our prayers for your country. Thank you for your time this morning. We certainly appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.